into the mid-boss we go. Yes, game, there's no hiding it. It's a big, round room. Actually, wait a minute. This looks more like a storage area or something. Fairly innocent. Could have sworn one of those was going to be the mid-boss. Oh well, let's just go get the... Yeah, I kind of figured. Meet the Darkhammer. In my opinion, the single most difficult enemy in the game to defeat. Because quite frankly, there isn't a good strategy to use against this guy. Now the idea is you can tell by the claw shot symbols on the ceiling that you're supposed to claw shot over him so that when he uses that ball and chain that he's swinging over his head, he misses you. The problem is, half the time when you're using the claw shot to cross over him, he'll hit you with it. Which is even more annoying. So let's see if I can tell when he's going to throw the stupid thing. He's just getting closer and closer to me. There we go. The idea is you want to wait for him to throw, and then Mortal Draw doesn't even work. Well, I did try it. I promised I'd try that a little bit more often than I should. And I need to be careful against this guy because I don't have any fairies, and I need to make sure if I need to heal, that I actually heal rather than wait for it to revive me. See if I can cross over the middle, that's probably the best way to go. But then again, I've never fought this guy with a decent strategy, so... I'm not even getting a good combo in on him. This is pretty darn bad, but I'm not taking nearly as much damage as I usually do. So let's see, maybe aiming over his head is the appropriate thing to do. And then you coax him into throwing that thing. Okay, this is not a bad strategy, actually. I'm quite surprised. And the shield doesn't protect against it. I kind of figured it wouldn't. Over we go. And wait for him to throw. And drum right into it, because, you know, we're smart. But still, if we can get through with this little damage, I'll be very proud of myself. Poor guy. He must have been stood frozen in there forever. I can only imagine how long he's just been standing there. Even in the cutscene. Well, his weapon didn't explode with him, so... I see no harm in actually taking it for ourselves, a la Wind Waker. Our new weapon, the Ball and Chain. It has incredible power. Serious damage. Yeah, you'd think it's a pretty neat weapon because it's really heavy and really powerful. And we'll be using it a lot in this dungeon. But it's not all that helpful. What you can do is break apart these things too, which is nice. Sometimes they'll have bubbles in them, which is annoying. But mainly what you use these for is to break the ice that we've been having so much trouble with. And another one of these suits of armor. Yeah, the annoying thing is, you can tell, it takes a long time to actually use the thing properly. And when you walk around with it like you have your iron boots on, it's pretty heavy, so it weights you down. Goat cheese! That doesn't look like a key either. Aw, food again? Yeah, I had a bad feeling about this. She didn't seem very sure of herself. Oh well, let's head back and hope she had some other brilliant idea. There are only so many places she could hide the stupid thing, and I think we can also break barrels with this. The ones in here don't necessarily have anything important, but if you go around the dungeon looking for these, a couple of them will have some nice rupees for you. And some of them even house certain secrets. Secrets that we're going to have to make use of at some point. And before we go back, there is one other room we can check out over here. That is not required in the least, but I'm going to go through it anyway. At least I don't think it's required. I stand corrected. I suppose it is. Because this looks like a fairly important room. Also, mini freezers, no longer a problem. It's just annoying to actually walk into them, but they do come towards you. And I suppose we weren't supposed to have the ball and chain when we got here. Yeah, we weren't. but I will show what you were supposed to do when you got here. I feel silly for not coming here first. I mean, the whole point of this room is to teach you that you can break the ice with some things. And the main thing they wanted to teach you could break the ice with was the cannon that happens to be over there. I don't think I'll bother with those guys. But the idea was you wanted to take this cannonball, bring it all the way down past those freezers, around that bend, and up to this cannon over here. And this is where you're supposed to learn how to use the cannon. Because behind the cannon is instructions. Cannon manual. Insert iron. Continue. Put in. Explosion. Launch. Boing. So you turn the cannon. I think you can also fire it in that direction to open up a treasure. I suppose that's worth doing. But you place a bomb in here, and all the ice that would have been in front of us had I not destroyed it would have been destroyed by the cannon shot. So there you go. That's how you're supposed to get through this area. I feel a little bit guilty for not remembering that before I did, but there you go. It's still better for me to remember to go in here at all than to completely forget. And more bombs. So let's see what's in that door over there. I suppose this entire area isn't required. Which actually saddens me. I remember it being somewhat important, but it may only be for the treasure chest in here that's not entirely required. So let's see. Ice Keys, I know you're up there. There you are. Hello. Goodbye. And another one should come over here to try to knock me off as I go on these really thin ledges. Ice Keys. Ice Keys. I guess not. I hear you, Ice Case. That's a window, isn't it? Wonder if I can shoot him down from here. Not with the iron boots. Game. Oh, get back up there, Link. Don't you dare die. The whole point of those ice keys is to knock you off. Now let's see. Is the claw shot enough to push that guy off the ledge? Yep, there he goes. Bye-bye. The whole point here is that you slip and fall all over the place. Especially with these icy ledges. And you are an ice case. Bye-bye, ice case. And I think the Shilfos above me is trying to throw an icicle spear at me. But yeah, this entire area I'm not a big fan of, just because it's all icy and slippery, and I thought I could have walked over that. Otherwise I would have tried to jump it. Oh well. Everything respawns. Because, you know, it has to. Because it's a dungeon and it has to be difficult or something. I don't know. Bye, guys. It's like bowling, except nobody wins. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, I said. And you can go too. But I was never a fan of this area, because I don't like making jumps over thin ledges like that, for that very reason. And I get to do the room all over again. I gotta remember to take a look at those pictures on the wall before we leave. I never really bothered to. I mean, there are a lot of details in this game I'm pointing out to you guys just because I think they're cool and I've never bothered to look at them before. I'm not trying to slow the game down or anything. If it seems like I'm doing that, and I recognize that I am, I guess. But it's just because I've never taken the time to look around, and I really want to. Okay, so let's see. Jump to that platform. It's over here. It looks like a Triforce. Why can I see your shadow through the ceiling? It doesn't make sense. Physics. And 20 rupees. I'm sure I'll run out of room in my wallet eventually. I have no idea what to spend the money on anymore, honestly. I just bought bombs until I had no room for bombs anymore. And all this effort to get the compass. Lucky us. However, if we walk all the way over here, we will notice that on the wall is a claw shot target that we can target and get right back to the beginning. Or you can fall off and lose a heart, you know. It's up to you. And now that we have the compass, you'll also notice red dots on the map. Those indicate the cannonballs. I thought we could destroy the mini-freezer with that thing, but I guess not. Okay. And the ball and chain doesn't take effect unless I'm actually swinging it around. That's good to know. I may have to use one of those blue potions soon. But the red dots are indeed cannonballs. And yes, they are important to figure out where are. Bye, White Wolfos, not dealing with you. We have to go back and give the dude the cheese that we got. Or find the key too, that works. You gave me wrong directions again, Yetta.
What happened, What? Cheese? Did husband move it?
Sure, blame the husband.
Where in world did we put it? Sorry, I need thinking time, Teach husband, You do that, I try to remember.
I forgot to look at the paintings again, It's the trend of this Let's Play. Whenever I go into a dungeon and say I'm going to do something, I immediately forget it and never go back to do it. Needs more punch on. What? Good smell. What do you have on? Thanks for asking. Perfect ingredient, Little more time on fire, it become gourmet soup, Here, taste, Once again, I have a blue potion. I'm going to wait until I absolutely have to use it. But give it to him, and Yetta should have an idea where the key is.
We put key in nearby room, so no forgetting, How I forget. Embarrassing,
Yep, nearby. Totally nearby. The furthest room from where we are. Oh well. She's sick. Now, before we go through that door, there is one thing we want to get out of the way in the main room. Actually, a few, but only one of them is actually on the floor. From what I remember. Behind one of these suits of armor, that is the claw shot. Should be... well, one's a treasure chest. I think most of the other ones have these as well. But one of them, just to the right of the entrance on the GameCube version, is indeed a foe. Pretty funny that you wouldn't be able to see this until now. You'd think you'd be able to see it from the other side of the wall. And I jumped straight through you. I blame the lack of collision detection. Totally should have had you before. And now our Poe count is still back to normal. Now I swore there's another treasure chest down here somewhere. Is it under the stairs? Never bothered to look. No, it's, I guess it's behind that suit of armor. You're curious, fine, I'll go get it. Even though I really don't need the money. I'd just dump it in a lake of fire or something so I could free up more space in my wallet for more money. Oh well,